Welcome back, bitch nigga. It's like that. Listen, we finna get into another video with Charlie Kirk. I kinda wanna see what the fuck, like, as far as like his other debates and shit with other people. Um, I wanna see like how people react to this shit because the thing is, people be sitting here saying, "Oh, he was this and that and the third. He was racist, da da da, whatever, whatever." But the thing is, I really don't think people view him or really see him speak to motherfuckers. So we're gonna see what's going on with this one.
Do you feel proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself? Hold on. You're 30 years old. We can agree you're 30 years old, right? Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter.
So I vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Than a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
It's people like this that I hate because at the end of the day, they be trying to try you, but they be talking to you about something that you are into or debating about. She having a whole conversation and debate about whatever she having it with him, but the thing is, she trying to belittle him. How you gonna come over here and try to belittle me, but you trying to have a conversation with me at the same time? Fuck out of here. Then another thing is, she ain't even saying nothing. She just coming up there trying to like just talk shit. It done like I hate people like this because it's really the brainless people that be running around not thinking and just be reacting and talking and flipping off at the mouth and don't even know what's going on for real. It's like, I don't know, that bitch high.
Well, no, you can see. Look how popular Trump is on your campus. How does that make you feel? That's not comedy. That is a 5-alarm fire for Kamala Harris because she's probably going to lose Pennsylvania.
Look.
But no, I just want to be clear. Is there something wrong with talking to voters?
No, there's nothing wrong with talking to
Well, that's what we're
voters.
doing here today. It's an open mic.
I think that you push a dangerous agenda.
Such as?
Your stance on abortion rights, for example.
Here we go. Okay, so
let me ask a question. What is your name?
Gene.
Gene. And what is your understanding of the current Republican Party's stance on federal intervention in abortion?
Well, I know that they want to bring it back to the states, right?
So it sounds like you do know that the Republican Party's current stance on abortion is they're against a federal ban on abortion.
I do
and
understand
we're talking about a presidential election as the important election that we're talking about here.
I understand that, yes.
Great. So, again, I think this open dialogue is great. I think it's great you're here challenging Charlie, and I think it's great that he's willing to travel campuses across this country to talk to the next generation. We need more conversation. Now, where's the disagreement, though, on content? Because you could criticize style or why you're talking to people or dunk on someone personally, but where do you actually disagree with the substance?
I agree with the way that you edit content and specifically frame it so that people look bad talking to you. The way that you edit your content.
What the fuck is she talking about, bro? This don't have nothing to do with what the fuck he asked her. None of this has anything to do with what he asked her. And the thing about it is, she really proving the point of what she making, whereas she trying to say they kids. At the end of the day, when you get to college, you're a full-blown adult. You living on your own at that point. You paying bills and shit like that. So she really belittling herself when she say shit like that. But that's another thing too. She's showing that she really is a child in mind because she's not even coming with no point as far as disliking anything about this man or even having an issue with what his stance is on motherfucking abortion. Like, people just be opening their mouth.
Unedited content.
Let me just ask you one thing though, because personal insults can fly in all directions. Where is an area where you have a disagreement with the conservative movement, with Donald Trump, with Charlie Kirk, perhaps with myself? I was a presidential candidate last year. I think we need to talk about that more in the open, and the more we do, the stronger our country is going to be. We got a long line of people, but I want to hear from you one substantive area where you have an authentic disagreement, and I'd be glad to address it. I'm sure Charlie would too.
Just in anything. Political.
Relating to any political topic where you have a disagreement. Let's air it.
Okay. I disagree with some of the laws that are being pushed in Congress that are against the LGBTQ community and the trans community.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I'm going to give you my view, and then I want to hear yours.
Okay.
My view is that if you're a fully grown adult, 18 or above, you're free to live how you want, dress how you want, marry who you want if you want, if you're over the age of 18.
I agree.
But you are not free to indoctrinate children in schools who are not yet of the age of consent. You are not free, just as you're a 17-year-old or a 15-year-old can't get a tattoo on their own, I don't think that you should be able to go or until the age of 18. And so the lines that I draw here is that men are free to claim to be women and swim in swimming pools. You're not free to claim trophies in a women's sports competition. You're not free to enter a women's locker room. You're not free to change a language. And you're not free to actually indoctrinate our children who are under the age of 5 in schools. Do we agree on the fact that adults should be able to live freely while still treating children differently? If so, we're on the same side of this issue.
Listen, I agree with the majority of what you said. However, I don't think that you're understanding the implications of the laws that are trying to be passed.
Look, we got a head start in the conversation. We got a long line behind you. But my only ask is, forget the personal attacks or the stylistic attacks. Focus on substance. The more we debate that, the stronger we're going to be as a country. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I don't think you're focusing on substance, though. That's the issue.
Hold on. Look, he intentionally tried to provoke substance out of you, and you said, well, I'm worried about some laws Congress should pass. I have to ask, what laws are you talking about? Can you be specific?
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous, but this is what you do.
This bitch is high, man. Listen, she don't know what the fuck she talking about. Okay, first of all. Second of all, at the end of the day, it's true. Like, the LGBT community is attacking the children, and they really trying to brainwash these kids, like how they used to give us like racial cartoons and have the black and the white boy, you know, becoming friends in the end or whatever, stuff like that. But that's one thing. But when you start doing that with sexuality, it's a whole nother thing, and it becomes a whole nother issue and topic. It's not the same. And what the fuck she's talking about? She even got her fucking nipple out. This is why I say the bitch is high. But no, she's not even making no sense. And this is how most people be sounding when they be anti-Trump. It's because it's all Trump, and it got something to do with Trump, and everything Trump say is bad, and anything with a red hat on is bad, and all the Republicans are bad. Everything they say is bad. But these people don't make no fucking sense.
This is what you do. You take people and you put them under the spotlight, and you.
Well, hold on. I didn't ask you to come up here. You voluntarily came to the front of the line. You didn't have to do that.
You're purposely antagonizing people on campus, asking
How?
people to come up by spreading your weird agenda.
How? What agenda is that? I'm confused though.
So, Charlie, I'll say this. We'll end on this, and we'll go to the next question. When I was 18, and I'm not going to blame you for this, I also took for granted a lot of the stuff that the media force-fed me, because that's what you know at the age of 18. You say there's some vague laws making their way through Congress that are hostile to trans community. I don't think those laws actually exist, but I don't blame you if that's what the cable media is feeding you. But let's get to the specifics, and then we're able to actually have an open dialogue. And that's one of the things I've learned over the last 20 years.
I think that the issue is we're getting our media from different sources. Both people are getting media from these skewed sources. The facts that you're presenting are not always correct.
And that's why we're here with no TV screens between us. So people who have policy-based substantive disagreements.
Anyway, I like how he was checking her when he told last bitch, if you don't got nothing to say, get the fuck out the line. We got other people. We got a million other people behind you. The main thing is this, as far as what any of these men have ever said, because like I seen Vivek, that's my nigga. I didn't even know he was in here. But the thing is, nothing of what they've ever really said, or like none of what they tried to spread or get people to understand, has anything to do with being anti this or anti that. They just trying to stop and draw cutting lines on things, which as a society we need to do. If we don't do that, then we will leave everything up to how it is right now. Shit, everything is all fucked up right now. You got all the kids doing all of the weird stuff that adults do when they shouldn't be trying to be adults at a certain point. Then you got all the kids following behind these artists who are no longer giving out music for the children. They just giving out music for adults. So the kids got to swing that way. So now they got to listen about smoking and all type of stuff like that. Just different influences that shouldn't be given to kids. It ain't just about even the LGBT, but the LGBT is one of the biggest issues because it's being pushed into everything. It's being pushed into cartoons. It's been pushed into the music. It's been pushed into the TV shows. It's been pushed into everything that we seem to see and look at every day. And I hate that they have become a cancel culture because it's like you can't say nothing about these motherfuckers or they're going to cancel you. But y'all let me know what y'all think. This is why I hate dealing with Democrats who don't really know what's going on, or people who be thinking like that and ain't really making themselves aware. They just looking at news right quick and then they walk off thinking they know something. But you gotta read a fucking book, or you gotta open your eyes to know what's going on and see what's going on when it comes down to a lot of things. Especially when you come into debate with somebody, you need to come prepared and know what you really attacking them for, instead of just coming up and saying something about them just because you feel like they're a bad person. Because this whole thing with media pushing everybody narrative and pushing them out and making it seem like they're evil and villainous and this, that, and the third. This is where people fuck up at. But I'm out.
This ain't slurping. I'm want you to close your curtains. These hoes be